Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Second Lady of Pennsylvania Giselle Fetterman brought her 7-city Stand Up and Be Counted statewide tour right to Hazleton's backyard Friday to promote the 2020 census. Wyln's Phil Kaufman has more.
Last Friday, we visited the Hazleton One Community Center with nearly 200 people who gathered to listen to speakers in both English and Spanish explain what the U.S. Census is and why it's so important to complete the survey.
Today we are trying to stress the importance of the 2020 census because it's such a critical part of any community. We believe that this is the most important census that will ever be taken in the greater Hazleton area. We feel also that we were dramatically undercounted 10 years ago, and so much is dependent on having an accurate count.
Organizers say the Hazleton One Community Center was chosen because it is the home of HIP, the Hazleton Integration Project.
What we are trying to do here is make it clear to everyone that there is nothing to fear by participating in the census. The census is really just a way to count all of the people living in your area.
Bob Curry is the founding president of HIP, a program created years ago to unite the Spanish-speaking community with the English-speaking residents.
We've been working in this community for years and years now, and we've built up a lot of trust, and we will put our reputation on the line and tell everyone there is nothing to fear from this census.
Representation from Governor Wolf's office are targeting the undercounted communities to make sure they participate. Here today is Giselle Fetterman, the Lieutenant Governor's wife. The goal in Hazleton is to reach out to the city's undocumented residents who may decide not to participate out of fear of deportation. Fetterman says this mission is close to her heart, being immigrated from Brazil with her family and lived in the country for nearly 15 years undocumented.
It's been amazing. I'm so grateful to be in Hazleton today. A space like this, such a community asset. When I came to this country, a place like this would have helped my family so much to feel welcome. But today we're here to talk about the census, to remind everyone who lives here that they matter and that they're important to me and to the census and that we need to count them.
Along with the Second Lady, Senator Bob Casey Jr. and Congressman Matt Cartwright were in attendance. They had a chance to meet the individuals involved and tour the facilities.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, like I said, what an incredible asset. I said that, I wish this was around when I arrived. And, to have ESL classes, all the services provided under one building with such a welcoming feel. It's incredible. And I'm so grateful for groups like this that are doing this work to make sure people are arriving here feel welcomed and embraced as they should.
Each speaker spoke on the importance of the census and reminded people to make sure they count.
It is so important that we're all counted, and that if we don't count everyone, down to the youngest child to the oldest seniors, that we're missing out on that for the next 10 years. The census is one thing that unites us all. It's one thing that impacts every one of us. It impacts the roads we drive on. It impacts where our children go to school, Head Start, Medicaid, SNAP. It really is one thing that will affect every single one of us. And per person, it's about $2,100 a year for 10 years. That's a really big number. So there is power in being counted. There is power in claiming we are here. This is how many we are here. And those numbers can only be used to help you. So regardless of your immigration status, what you do for a living, what languages you speak, you matter and we need to count you.
Reporting from the Hazleton One Community Center with Wyln News, this is Philip Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. Officials in Hazleton plan on filing a petition in Luzerne County Court to increase wage taxes for people living and working in the city. The tax is part of Hazleton's Act 47 financial recovery plan. It calls for increasing the earned income tax rate for non-residents from the current 1.85% to 2% this year. The resident rate will remain at 1.75% for 2020, but will be restructured later in the year. 5% of that goes to the city's general fund. The court petition would reduce the Act 47 portion to 0.25%. The difference would be levied for pensions, which would increase to 1%. If approved by the court, the non-residence tax will increase to 2% as of July 1st. The petition is expected to be filed sometime this week. A Wilkes-Barre man was taken into custody for allegedly firing rounds into an occupied vehicle outside an adult nightclub. 35-year-old James Bush allegedly shot at two people leaving the Elite for Play Adult Lounge in Plymouth Township around 5 a.m. Sunday. The victims were able to drive themselves to a local hospital for treatment. Neither were struck by bullets, but sustained injuries from shattered glass. Bush was charged with attempted homicide, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. He's being held at Luzerne County Prison without bail. 2 more presumptive coronavirus cases were confirmed over the weekend, bringing the total number of Commonwealth cases to 7. Governor Tom Wolf announced the individuals were both from Montgomery County and were experiencing mild symptoms. They're currently being isolated at their homes. It was just on Friday the Wolf administration announced the first 2 cases, which were found in Wayne and Delaware counties. In all 7 that have been confirmed, 6 are said to be mild, while the 7th person is in critical condition. The governor wants to reassure residents the state's prepared and responding both appropriately and swiftly, so information and resources are available. The Pennsylvania Department of Health had its Emergency Operations Center set up since February 1st, allowing for enhanced response coordination. As with the state, school officials also respond and prepare for potential outbreaks of COVID-19. Schools in Luzerne County have already taken action. The Wilkes-Barre Area School District posted a letter to parents and guardians stating that administrators are kept aware of any trends and illnesses in schools through communication with the medical team. Custodial staff members are taking extra precautions in both cleaning and sanitizing the school environment as needed. The Crestwood School District posted a message on its Facebook page from Superintendent Robert Mahalik, stating if the school district would be directed to close schools as part of a containment plan, they will be prepared. Hanover area is also cleaning frequently and urging students to avoid sharing items, such as drinks and eating utensils. Coming up on WYLN News, more on the governor's hunger program. Plus, there's a vacant seat in Schuylkill County. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Showers tomorrow with a high of 55 and a low of 34, then clouds until Friday, where we might see some more showers. As of right now, though, sunshine this weekend. We'll be right back.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Every day in Pennsylvania, 13 people die from drug abuse, and our state's drug overdose rate is 2 times as great as the national average. This week on The Storm, my guest is Corey McCabe from Alive Today. Tune in to hear what he's doing to quash the stigma of drug addiction and to help more people in our region get in recovery. This week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV 35.
A round table was held to discuss a program connecting hungry families with excess food from farmers. Our Julie Stefanovich has the story.
The Pennsylvania Agriculture Surplus System, also known as PASS, provides farmers with funding to get food to families in need. Governor Tom Wolf requested $1 million in increased funding for the program in his 2020-21 budget proposal. A roundtable discussion was recently held and led by Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding.
The governor's proposed $2.5 million for the PASS program as part of this year's budget. That is a $1 million increase, both reflection of need, but also the success. We are proud of our agricultural community and the production of our state. We also live in a state that's concerned about those who are less fortunate than we are, who have a need every day to have access to good food and nutrition, who are food insecure.
The PASS program was started in 2016, and since then, more than 11 million pounds of food have been distributed throughout the state.
Addressing food insecurity and increasing access to fresh, nutrient-dense foods requires collaboration from all levels of government, as well as our community partners. The combination of government assistance and the work of our charitable food organizations and farmers throughout Pennsylvania helps to fight these growing gaps in our communities.
Over 1 million Pennsylvanians don't always know where their next meal is coming from. The roundtable helped to gather input to alleviate the problem.
We live in Pennsylvania, and it's an ag state with 53,000 farms. So for anyone to be denied access to food in Pennsylvania is just unacceptable, which is why we've partnered with the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture on this great Pennsylvania Agricultural Surplus System program, which gives our food banks access to surplus products like protein, eggs, milk, cheese, and produce.
Hess Brothers Fruit Company has donated more than 373,000 pounds of fresh fruit to the PASS program.
We're proud to be a partner in this work and applaud the Wolf administration for proposing a $1 million increase so that we can continue to provide nutritious apples to communities who need them most.
To find out more about the program, visit agriculture.pa.gov. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. The year 2020 brings a drainage improvement project to action in Beaver Meadows. The Carbon County Office of Planning and Development advertised bids for drainage improvements for the Goose Alley and Broad Street intersections, as well as Tamaqua and Chestnut Streets. That'll be done by the county with a $33,472 federal community development block grant. The intersection work is part of an ongoing program that kicked off in 2011 to stop water infiltration into the sewer line, which causes flooding in the borough sewer plants during heavy rains. Those bids are due tonight and will be voted on by March 12th. Applications are being accepted by the Schuylkill County Court of Common Pleas to fill a vacant seat left by the late Frank Staudenmeier. Staudenmeier died unexpectedly February 29th while vacationing with his family in Florida. Funeral services were held for him over the weekend in his hometown of Ashland. Now, under state law, candidates must be of the same political party as the predecessor. Since Staudenmeier was Republican, any interested applicants must have been a registered Republican at the time of last year's general election. Coming up on Sugar Notch's News Choice, we talk with the Active Adult Center at Community and You, plus one music legend scheduled to hit Wilkes-Barre this summer, so stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
There are 125 used car dealers in town, but there's only one Chura's. Quality vehicle since 1954. Voted the best used car dealer. Check out their inventory, see something you like, take a test ride. Chura's Auto Sales. Call 570-454-7229.
Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet, After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options. Watch Off the Beaten Path on Wyln TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. Wyln, we're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You, and we're going to meet Mary Jo Pincala. Now, Mary Jo is a very active lady, and that's why she's involved with the Hazleton Active Adult Center. So you're keeping everybody active.
Absolutely. We want to put the active in Adult Center.
Now, you're located on Broad Street.
Yes.
24 East Broad Street?
24 East Broad Street, right next to Fallon's Jewelers.
That's a good landmark.
And we have a free parking lot right behind the building.
Another good point. A very good point.
Yes.
What do you have at the Active Adult Center?
Oh, wow. The main attraction would be the lunch that is provided by the Bureau of Aging and the state of Pennsylvania. It's balanced, and it has to meet certain guidelines. So it's safe, it's good for people, concerned about their salt intake, their fat intake. And for anybody 60 and over, all that is requested, I should say, is a $2 donation for the lunch.
Oh, that's nice.
It is. So that's our main attraction. We can get anywhere from 25 to 40 people a day in for lunch.
Now, do you have to make a reservation for that?
You do, by at least the day before by noon.
Oh, okay.
Because we have to call it in order. It's not prepared there on site. It's prepared by a food service place up in Kingston, Metz Foods, and brought to our center.
So if people would like to come to your center, do they have to register, or can they just come by for other things other than just the lunch?
Oh, absolutely. They don't have to come for the lunch at all if they're not interested. We have activities throughout the week, weekly, 3 times a week. They play bingo. That's standard. We also have Hazleton Got Talent on Monday afternoons, where people show off their talents. They'll sing. I haven't had any dancers yet, but
we can send some over.
It's fun. It's really fun, and it's well attended. Right now they're doing the holiday sing-alongs on Monday afternoons, so that's a lot of fun. Friday afternoons we do a craft, try to tie it into the season, and with the interests of the members. So it's a lot of fun.
Mary Jo, when we talk about active, I immediately think of exercise.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned 60 and up is the immediate group that you have coming there. So if someone hears this and they're saying, gee, I'm thinking about, New Year and I'd like to start something, what do you have in that venue?
Oh, that's my arena, if you will. That's my background. We have classes. They're free for people 55 and older.
Oh, now that's a key word.
Free. Oh, yes, we like free. And for example, on Monday and Wednesdays at 9:30, I do Zumba Gold. It's Zumba toned down, to save the joints, and we watch the movements. And then we also do a class. It's called Fun and Fit. It's a strength class. We use from 2 to 5 pound hand weights. You can You can be seated in a chair or you can stand. It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I have a number of people coming to that class as well, because we all know, you know, once you pass that golden age of 60, strength is key, you know, to save your bones.
Yes. Well, you have to be careful no matter what age you are, but again, when you're looking at it from that perspective, there's a wide group of different types of exercises, weight-bearing exercises that you can do.
Absolutely.
And do you take a lot of your suggestions from the folks that come in, the clients that come in?
I try to, yes. Yeah. Now, I have had some requests for yoga, which I don't know how to teach. So, you know, if anybody knows how to teach yoga and wants to volunteer,
Mary Jo,
give me a call. That we would love that.
And we've had the number on the screen,
yes.
So that would be a would be a good
absolutely, yes. And in the spring, I'll be doing Walk with Ease, and it's a gradual getting into activity type of class. Many of those people that came to that class are now in my Zumba Gold class.
Oh, so they see, yeah. She just moves you right along. What are your hours?
We open at 8 a.m. and we close at 4. We follow, for holidays, we follow the government holidays. So when there's a government holiday, we're closed. And for inclement weather, which we're facing now, a good idea is just to give a call down before you come down.
And one of the other things we should point out is the LuzerneCounty.org website also has a link to all of the things that you do and the 17 other senior centers.
Absolutely, yes. Click on Department of Aging, and they'll have an option to click on active adult centers. And you can go and choose whichever one. We have one in Freeland, we have one in Hazleton, down in Butler, and you can go on it and actually look at their schedules
and see
what's going on, right? Because a lot of them will run bus trips. We have parties. We just had our holiday party last week. Oh, and it was a hoot. We had a DJ, we had food, we were dancing. It was great.
But the thing to remember is it's the one in Hazleton that has Mary Jo. You come back and see us again?
Oh, I would love to. Thank you for having me.
All right, and maybe we'll get her to do some exercises, but toned down ones on Community and You.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tune in every Sunday night on Wyln from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on Wyln. I'll see you in the ring.
One music legend will be taking his talents to Wilkes-Barre this summer. Bob Dylan is scheduled to perform with his band July 7th at Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. Also, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, as well as the Hot Club of Cowtown, are scheduled to perform too. Showtime, 7 p.m. Tickets start at $45 and go on sale 11 a.m. Friday. For more information, visit bobdylan.com. The annual Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade takes place this coming up Sunday, March 15th. WYLN is proud to once again bring you the parade live, thanks to Service Electric Cable TV and Communications of Wilkes-Barre. Join our Paula Degnan and Sue Henry as they announce the parade and speak with those hanging out watching or working the parade. Once again, the 40th annual Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade is Sunday, March 15th, beginning at 2. And that's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. Now contracting life-sharing and respite providers, CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Have your Eventwood Whitetail graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.